couldn't move. He couldn't get up.
Got that time. How much time was that? Try to put something in the shoulders when you get to that.
All right, y'all been 8 minutes and 46 seconds. Y'all can sit down, y'all can stand up if y'all want. It's up to y'all.
Wow.
That was a long time.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna speak to y'all for a little bit. So lately, I don't understand that people probably feel like, man, that's a long time, and some people get irritated. Some people say I can't do it, but just know every day you can wake up to do it. You know what I mean? Because Alright, so like I said, we've been out here every day, you know what I'm saying? I've been out here since the 25th, day in, day out. You know what I mean? And I feel like people want to know what's the next move. To me, the next move is educating each other, understanding each other, communicating with each other. You know, I feel like every day, I don't know if work or not, but at 6:30 we should meet right here. Because what did the slaves do back in the days? They formed together and they huddled together at what time? We gonna do what they say. At nighttime, that's where everything falls. But no, at nighttime we should be out here educating each other. Because the biggest step move right now, if y'all tired of brutality, y'all tired of things not getting solved, we need to put the pressure on voting. That's the first step, is voting. Because who behind all this mess right now? Who is allowing all this mess right now? Who's sitting in the big chair right now? We need to shut Donald Trump down. Because at the end of the day, we know that he stands for destructive. So all we can do is put the pressure on voting. You know what I mean? Vote to get the mayors out or get the governments out. You know what I mean? And I feel like we sit here and we change history, y'all. You know what I mean? We need to be doing this on a regular where, hey, can you tell somebody to stop doing that? Like, come on now. That's that ignorant shit right there. I don't even care what block it is. But like, look, man, so I feel like, you know what I mean, if we stick together, because I've been hearing a lot of stuff like people say, oh, it's not time for the white folks to speak up, it's not time for them. But I feel like people scream, I can't breathe. To me, it's I can't speak. Because we don't know when people leave this area what they go through when they leave. You know what I mean? The biggest factor is playing the game is the media. You know what I'm saying? And they allowing all this, you know, they want to get the bad picture out. And so that's why we come here. And that's why I felt because at the end of the day, God seen all the riots, right? Y'all seen all the looting, right? Yeah. I was the one that was blocking off every street to allow all that. Because at the end of the day, to fight a fight, you got to bring that noise. Yeah. And I understand that we've been doing it for 2 weeks straight, and some people getting tired, and some people like, you know, going back into their regular lives. But I feel like the peak got to slow. Sometimes the peak might drop to lift back up. And I feel this after Juneteenth, we need to bring that noise back to the city. Yeah. If y'all agree with me, raise y'all fists. Because I feel like now that they like, okay, when they back to their regular lives, I can open Minnesota back up. I can kill a couple people. What they want to do is sabotage the movement right now. That's why they're allowing these other murders to happen. Because they want us to, you know, and then all this hanging on the tree stuff, they lied and said one of my friends actually got hung, and he's been dead for 2 years. So the media playing a big portion right now. We need this should be the media right. This should be right here. This all that it should be. Because I know y'all tired of coming here, and I'm not talking about the fake grades, the real ones. I know that y'all tired of watching what's going on in this world. Don't watch the movie. Become the movie. Yeah. Let me direct, and we can start the action. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Because at the end of the day, a big thing that we need to talk about is Minnesota Freedom Fund. They cut a $35 million check. And I don't see none of us that's struggling out here touching that. So I feel like it's a lot of things we need to touch base on. But my biggest thing is, if y'all want to make change, it start with voting. Because y'all have control of that. Life is what's in your head. If you look at your head, that is your destiny. So at the end of the day, it's like, I feel next week, I feel like actually on Sunday, you can't wait until next week. Let's start right now. Not now, but right now. Yeah. On Sunday, we should all come here. And we should all work and communicate what's the next move. Because I know what's the next move. I know how to turn Minnesota back up. You know what I'm saying? They say this Minnesota nice, but Minnesota went on Minnesota Vice News and all that type of stuff. I feel like now the media here is kind of simmered down. No, let's bring the media back here. Yeah. Right. Yep. Sometimes you got to rearrange your frame. Sure. Let's bring them back on some real stuff. If y'all really, I'm telling you, y'all really want to make noise, let's bring the media back. Because that's going to open up understanding. Because right now, they're like, what's going on in Minnesota right now? Nah, matter of fact, we brought the roar. Let's show the teeth now.
Yeah.
I know y'all sick and tired of this the media playing the race car and all that. I know y'all tired of seeing that cops get away with murder. I know y'all tired of living in the lifestyle y'all living in. It's in our hands. This world, we can take control of it. But it starts with us right now. It starts with us connecting with each other.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, it's like, let's not talk about it, let's be about it.
Definitely.
Like Donald Trump, what he really wants so bad is us to go to war. So if it takes, matter of fact, raise your hand if you can get your concealed carry. If you can get your concealed carry, if you can carry, raise your hand.
Yes, sir.
All right, so y'all need to be the ones that's here when we need to train. We need to train a foreign line. See, that's what we doing. We not organized how to protect each other. Show self-defense. You know what I'm saying? We need to show, because at the end of the day, when we step in, they won't step ahead of us. So we need to be on that stepping ground, stepping with each other and teaching each other and preparing each other and prepping each other for this uprise.
Yeah.
We put our fists halfway up. We need to lift our fists up. And when you lift your fist up, you need to stand up behind it.
Yep.
You hear what I said? When you lift your fist up, you need to stand up behind it.
Yep.
Because I know how Minnesota is, and I'm going to say this one good time. They want to ride a big wave, but they can't stay on the board. You want to ride a big wave, but you can't stay on the board. You get the tumbling and you fall off, and you say, all right, I'm going back to the beach. Nah, let's get back on that board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you think about it, why you think they terrorized Lake Street? Because they wanted to take everything away from us. So what do?
Took away from them.
Exactly.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, they taking our families, they taking our jobs, they ain't shut this road down for 3 months straight. Look what they doing to us. Look what they trying to sabotage our road. They trying to put us in new world order. They trying to set curfews, but we broke every fucking curfew. Excuse my French, but we broke every curfew because we're not going to allow that.
Right.
So I'm saying this week we need to stand back up.
Yeah.
I am so ready to get back up and get ready. I'm rested up, so I'm ready to get vested up, and I'm ready to get vested.
Oh, yeah.
So at the end of the day, we're going to bring that noise this week, whatever it takes. So at the end of the day, on Sunday, let's meet back here on Sunday. I mean, if y'all work or not, if y'all go to church or not, but at the end of the day, I feel like the best time is,
Go to church first.
yeah, go get prayed up and healed up and anointed up, but at the end of the day, we need to be focused. We need to not lose focus. That's a problem. It's like when you go live on Facebook. If a girl not shaking ass or you're not throwing cash, they just hop right back off your views. We need to the problem is we get distracted too quick. Our ADHD gets to kicking in too quick. You know what I'm saying? We need to culture what's going on because we in our third civil rights movement. We got one more chance, y'all. God gave us one more shot to change the world. We got one more shot to change the world. We can't back down because if we back down, we might just all walk up. We all might just walk our cars, go home, and sit inside and watch the news take over.
Yep. So we can't stop.
All right. This is the family want to hear.
All right, so we're going to introduce the family, y'all. But I'm serious, y'all. I'm getting tired. I just beat a felony case that been bound for a year. They want to sabotage my name, but they can't keep a real one down. That's where I'm at right now. That's where I'm sitting at right now. I'm getting in the trenches right now. So if I could beat a third-degree assault that they tried throwing me that I had to fight for, speedy trial it up and beat it, we can beat this, y'all. This light work.
Hello? Okay. So we got family members of people who have been slain that are here right now. I want to introduce y'all to Tashira Garwin. He is the fiance of Justice Keegan.
I'm a little hoarse because I was out at the Capitol today. We was going in the Capitol. Because we're not. Okay, trying my best because I was
Screaming all day.
I was screaming all day because we were not playing games. Y'all gonna pass the bills and you're gonna do the right thing because you're killing our men. You're killing our men, and us the women, we're tired. They come to protest where we're at to ask if we're okay after they kill our men in cold blood in the streets. And us women, we're not standing for it no more. We're coming forward, and we come forward as families. We have 15 families that stand together with families supporting families against police violence. My son's father, Justin Teagan, was brutally beaten by the St. Paul police and thrown in a dumpster. I'm going to say it again. My son's father, Justin Teagan, was brutally beaten all over his body, dog bites, skull busted in half, head the size of a basketball laying in his casket. His wrist was detached from his arms. You can see he had the handcuffs on. He had blood all over his face. They lynched him. A 2009 Emmett Till. A new age lynch. This is how they doing it now. So we must understand one thing, families, is that if we thought that one family alone was going to fight a whole system that has been created and designed to keep a certain group of people under oppression, that's wrong. We have to fight together. We have to fight together. We have to fight together. And we need the men to protect us, because when they take our men away from us, the women are left vulnerable, right? Sisters, little sisters, big sisters, whatever. The wives, the fiancés, the mothers, our men are our protectors. So when they take our men, they leave us vulnerable. So we need the men that's here to be protecting us and standing around us, because the women are coming forward now. We're not sitting back and letting you kill our men no more. And even the native lives as well. They took these people's land. They took their land, killed their people, stole us, brought us here, slaughtered us, and they're continuing it to this day. So I urge the families to come together. Let's fight together. Let's show up to that Capitol together. And let them know you're going to pass these bills. You're going to change these laws so y'all can stop killing our men. We're not going nowhere. I told them at the Capitol today. I said, today, y'all going to pass this bill, because they said they was going to adjourn. No, you're not going to adjourn. You got to pass the bill today. And if you don't, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow. That's exactly what I told them, and that's why I'm working right now. I thank every last one of y'all for being here, to stand in solidarity with our families. And again, I urge the families to reach out to us standing right here, because we got to show up together. Thank you.
Okay, so the next person that we have is Jamar Clark's sister, Danielle Burns.
So you can turn the flash on and I help a little bit.
Hi everyone. I'm Jamar Clark's sister. Out of 10, I'm the second to the oldest. Jamar was the baby. I just want to share this real quick. Jamar was the baby that was born here in Minnesota. The rest of us was born in Illinois. He was the only one born here in Minnesota. And they took him out here in Minnesota. Y'all, this hurts so bad, y'all. Because we came here to Minnesota to change, to come, to be in a better place. So we thought, we didn't know we was going to be in this type of pain. But my brother was killed coming out of a party, y'all. I mean, literally coming out of a party, checking on a friend that hurt herself trying to break up a fight of two couples who was married in the party. And he grabbed the young lady who is his friend. He grabbed her and told her to stay out of that. But she hurt herself trying to stop a fight of two married people. So yeah, they try to lie and say my brother put his hands on this girl. No, he did not. He did not. She called the ambulance after he safely got her upstairs after hurting herself. And after he carried her upstairs, she couldn't bear the pain. She was hurting. She hurt herself. So she called the ambulance on her for herself. And she told them, I didn't need no emergency, but just need somebody to come and see about me. My brother was outside after this party was over with. He was outside. So when he see her come out in the stretcher, getting in the ambulance, he posted around the window just to see how she was doing. The ambulance still was sitting there. So he just wanted to see what a friend was doing. See, making sure she was okay. Was it wrong for him to see about a friend? Was it wrong? Okay. And by then, the cops was called because the ambulance was afraid of him. It was nighttime like this. And it was nighttime. And they called the police on him, said that he was the one that did that to her. And he did not. Them cops came automatically on vengeance on him. He had his hands in his pocket. They told him to take his hands out of his pocket. He did. They automatically handcuffed him. But he did not expect for a cop to grab him by his neck from behind. And they choked him. That was the first thing they did to him. They choked him. And when they choked him, he caught a seizure. He was shaking. And after he was done shaking, they thought he was dead. So what this cop do? He hurry up and shoot him in the head. Because now he could use that as an excuse to defend himself. This is wrong, y'all. And this is the baddest pain we could ever have. It hurts. And I'm out here. I'm fighting for him because he needs justice. He didn't deserve that. Not at all. That was my baby brother. I love him dearly. He was loved by others. And y'all, thank y'all so much for listening to the real story. Because the truth is the facts, right? The truth is the facts, right? Okay? Yes. Thank y'all.
We got you.
We love you.
Got your back.
Okay, y'all. We got the girlfriend of Travis Jordan. Is it? Okay, Taryn Banks. Hi, my name is Karen Vang. My boyfriend Travis Jordan.
You got it, baby.
He was murdered on November 9th, 2018 by the Minneapolis 4th Precinct by two white rookie cops. Their names were Neil Walsh and Ryan Keys. I called to ask for a wellness check because he was experiencing a mental health crisis. He was having suicidal ideation. I called 311 first to ask if there was some way they could do a non-emergency visit to see how he was doing. I was directed to 911. There was no co-responder program in place in North Minneapolis the day that he was murdered. Every single part of Minneapolis had the co-responder program besides the 4th precinct, which is the most underserved community in Minneapolis. They are the ones that need help the most during a mental crisis. It was not until after his death that the city council members decided to pass for them to have the co-responder program present in Minneapolis. Still, even in Hennepin County, there is still no co-responder program. That is what we are fighting for in legislation, and we are fighting for no statute of limitations for wrongful death because it's only 3 years right now. And that is something that it is not enough time. Till this day, the Minneapolis 4th Precinct still has his notebook that they did not give back to us and his bracelet. And it is known that in that precinct that they keep tokens of people that they have killed.
Right.
That is fucked up. And we need all his stuff back. I don't want them to have one damn bracelet of his. Hell no.
No.
So we are asking for changes. We need to vote all the senators of Minnesota out because the Senate, because they are all Republicans. They are not with us. That is why we shut down the Capitol tonight. We're going to do it again. So we need you all to support us because we have so many family members here that need your support and your solidarity. Thank you.
Thank you. Shut it down. Shut that shit down.
Justice for Travis Jordan!
There it goes. There you go.
Okay, next we got the wife of Brian Quinones, Ashley.
Hello, everybody. I'm the wife of Brian Quinones, who was murdered September 7th, 2019, by 5 officers in Richfield, Minnesota. 3 of them from Richfield, 2 of them from Edina.
Yup.
I want to spend my time shouting out those 2 cities for not acknowledging our families and helping us to change the laws, especially in Richfield. They have completely ignored us, belittled us, and been disrespectful. Even when my child has asked them to their face if they can acknowledge him. Brian and I have a 13-year-old son, and they murdered him in front of both of us. And we have to live with the trauma in our community that doesn't support us in Richfield. My son goes to Richfield where there's SROs, there's police officers in his school. So my son has to face the chance that he might run into one of his father's murderers.
Nope.
They gang stalk us in our homes. They harass our family members. This week, Jamar Clark's family, they had their porch set on fire, and they had their windows broken in North Minneapolis.
Stop that shit.
We're not lying when we tell you that the police are doing these things to our families. We're not lying when we're telling you the reports are false. We're not lying when we tell you that our statements aren't accurate. We're not lying about any of these things. And if you can't figure it out after George Floyd, then you're part of the fucking problem. Made me so angry to have to see my husband's name again on a fucking headstone. Because you don't know how to do your goddamn job. I pay taxes here. I'm an American citizen. I raised my son here. We raised our son together and we did a good fucking job. And even still, you can't keep him alive. I'm fucking fed up. I hate everything in this system. And that's why all of us have banded together. All of our families are together. And we have families supporting families against police violence. And we have Justice Squad because we fight every injustice for everybody. I'm sorry that I'm angry, but I am angry. I think Aiden's name is in this grave. And him and my husband happen to be murdered by the police, and both of them are in the same grave in real life. In Burnsville, Minnesota. it's a problem here in Minnesota.
Yes.
When we can go to the graveyard and run into other families, that's disgusting. So everybody that's at home, comfy at home, make yourself uncomfortable and get with the justice movement. It's a movement, it's not a moment. It is a movement, not a moment. Do you hear me in the back? It's a movement, not a moment. Our lives are depending on everybody. And you guys have us in your neighborhoods, in your communities. We need support. We have been here. We have been begging. We have been begging for support. Now you know what it really is. Get out there, get active. Use your body, use your voice, use everything you got. Because at the end of the day, you can be a hashtag. You're no better than them.
Yes. That's right. Thank you.
The next person that we have is Dutch. He's a friend of Antoine Covington.
All right now.
Never mind. Okay, we got Samaya Aiden, she's sister of Isaac Aiden. He was murdered in Egan, and we have to remember that this isn't just limited to Black families. This is also affecting Indigenous families as well.
Police violence.
My name is Samaya Aiden. I'm the younger.
Speak up. Speak up, baby.
My name is Samaya Aiden. I'm the younger sister of Isaac Aiden.
Louder. Tell somebody what you want to say.
My name is Samaya Aiden. Is that better?
Yeah.
My name is Samaya Aiden. I'm the younger sister of Isaac Aiden, who was murdered by the Bloomington and Egan police officers in Egan, Minnesota on July 2nd, 2019. My brother was a 23-year-old college student at the University of Minnesota studying IT and infrastructure. He was a business owner. He owned his own home care business called Apex Home Care. All while also being a full-time employee at Spire Credit Union in Roseville. None of that mattered. He was a human being before any of his accolades. Regardless, he was a human being and he deserved to be here. I have fought for the past almost year now. We're approaching the 1-year anniversary on July 2nd. And I have fought alone because this community has failed me. Because you guys, because of your selective rage. In the state of Minnesota, since the year 2000, there have been 429 murders by the police. We should have been showing up for every single one of these names. We should have been showing up every single time one of us was murdered, on camera or not. We should be doing better to educate ourselves because the media is not our friend. Liz Collins, the wife of the police union president Bob Kroll, is not our friend.
Fuck Bob Kroll. He's a cancer.
Liz Collins from WCCO or Kara Lemon, one of the two, is the wife of WCCO. She's the wife of the police union president Bob Kroll. The media is not our friend. They will never tell our side. We've not had our voices heard. We continue to not have our voices heard. I have been fighting like hell for the past year for my brother up until less than 2 months when they murdered Ashley's husband Brian. And we've teamed up and we've continued to fight for our own. But we need you guys to speak up. We need you guys to stop the selective rage because this is going to continue to happen. There have been 120 murders in 20 days after George Floyd.
Right.
Why aren't we saying their name? Why aren't we speaking up? 153 now. It didn't start with George Floyd and it's not going to end with him. We need you guys to speak up for every single time someone is murdered in the state of Minnesota where there is no death penalty. We don't have a death penalty. No crime warrants a death penalty. No crime. I want to conclude with the fact that we have a rally coming up for my brother on July 1st. It will be at the Egan Outlet Mall. We'll be meeting up at the we'll be meeting up at the public sidewalk right by Saks Fifth Avenue, and we'll be marching down to where he was murdered on Highway 13 and Burgundy Road. We will be wearing orange t-shirts and gray sweatpants to symbolize what he was wearing that day, to let people know, because somewhere down the line we've lost our humanity and we've lost our compassion, and it's time we start looking at people as more than just hashtags, because they leave behind a family. They leave more than they're more than just a hashtag. They leave behind families. We shop at the same grocery stores you do. We go to the same gas stations you do. We walk among you. We are you. And it's time we started humanizing that. So we will be wearing orange t-shirts and gray sweatpants to symbolize what Isaac was wearing, because he could have been any one of us, and he will most likely continue. And his there will be another hashtag after him if we don't make these changes. You can reach out to us at Justice for Isaac Aiden on Facebook, and as well as Justice for Brian Quinones, CMC, as well as Justice Squad, as well as Twin Cities Coalition for Justice for Jamar. So reach out, do more, speak up. What time? It'll be from 5:30 to 7:30. 5:30 to 7:30, Beacon Outlet Mall, meeting by Saks Fifth Avenue, marching down Highway 13 to the intersection of Highway 13 and Burgundy Road. All right, the next person we have is Jason Heisler, father of Kobe Heisler, that was killed by Brooklyn Center police.
All right. All these families have had their family members vilified by the media and the police. They're always made to be violent. My son was a 21-year-old black, gay, autistic man who was killed in his own living room by the same police who had brought him to the hospital 60 days earlier. He was held for 45 days for the same reason, stabbing himself. This time, he had given up the knife before they got there. And they talked to him for 14 minutes, but he didn't want to go to the hospital. And they tased him, and when he was convulsing on the ground, they put bullets in his head because they said they saw a knife. It's all of our brothers and all of our boyfriends, our fathers, our sons. If it hasn't touched your family yet, it will, because the police are poison. They're a poisonous germ. They're the virus in this country. They haven't changed. They haven't changed since the day they were invented to chase down enslaved people that escaped the plantation. They're the same chasers. It's Juneteenth, but I don't think we have a Liberation Day or freedom for anybody yet. It ain't. Still slavery. It took them 900 days to get down to Texas and tell the enslaved people about the Emancipation Proclamation. And it's been still 150 years later now, and we're still fighting for the freedom of black people and native people and disabled people. 54% of the people the police kill are disabled. They kill someone every 8 hours, 3 times a day. 153 people have been killed by the police. And that's not counting the FBI, because they don't have to report to anybody, and maybe the ATF. But, you know, it took till 1996 to make them start reporting when they even did kill someone, and they're still trying to hide it. Kobe was a trained chef, and he took care of his grandma, and she was sitting there in her wheelchair screaming when they killed him. And then they dragged her out of the house, even though she told them she couldn't walk. I forgot my speech.
It's okay.
It's all right.
Doing great.
Kobe never went to a real school. He was autistic his whole life. And everyone loved him because they all said, all 100 of his teachers, they all came to his funeral. 500 people came to his funeral. The city of Minneapolis built a Viking boat. They loved Kobe so much. And they set it on fire in the middle of the Mississippi River, and it burned for 15 minutes. Like the time the cops calmly talked to him and told him they were there to help him. When I had to see those body cams, the police chief of Brooklyn Center, Tim Gannon, told me to watch for the empathy in his officers. His officers put bullets in my autistic son's head because he didn't want to go to the hospital. And he told me to look for their empathy. And I remember the rest of the speeches. I want us to hold these politicians accountable. And I'm not talking about the Republicans. We know they're evil men. But the Democrats, they come to the black community and ask for your vote and make promises. They've been doing it since 1950. They need the black vote. And they count on it. They think it's a rube vote. They think they got the black vote. But then they get to Washington or they get to St. Paul and the black people come last. I want the white people to hold white people accountable. I want you to see the people you have your eyes closed to. This city is full of people, and I want you to start seeing those people. And I want justice for all these families. Thank you all very much.
Alright, we got one last family that's speaking. It's Dave, the brother of Paul Castaway.
My name is Gabriel Blanco. Hello, Gary. My brother is Paul Castaway. He was killed by the police in Denver, Colorado. My brother was going through a mental health crisis where my mom called the cops to get him help. And instead, the cops came, they chased my brother into a trailer park where they cornered him. My brother held a kitchen knife to his neck, and the police decided to shoot him in front of 3 adults and 18 kids. Now, I've been traveling, and I've been meeting families all over the place. And one thing that, that keeps me going is the tears that these families, they shed, including me. The pain that these families feel, it's something that it's hard to explain to somebody that hasn't went through it. So my brother didn't, you guys do this. My mom is in Colorado, where we're from. My mom is out there and she's trying to push a bill she's trying to pass the Paul Castaway bill to where the cops have to be more sensitive when it comes to mental health crisis. So my mom is out there pushing it, and we're out here in Minnesota shutting this shit down with all the families out here. And I know on July 12th, it'll be 5 years for my brother. It'll be 5 years. My brother's anniversary is July 12th, and we plan to go on in Denver, and we plan to shut some shit down. Yeah. So when I go, I'm gonna take a little bit of Minnesota out there, and they're gonna hear this fucking shit out here. So thank you guys for showing us, thank you guys for listening to us, to these families out here, because, this is what we're doing now. We're gathering these families together, and we're asking for more families to come out who go through this. We're telling all the families that they're not alone, that, you're not the only one that's going through this, that we can do this together. So we thank you guys for coming out here and listening to us, because without you guys, man, there's going to be more, and this fight is going to keep going. We're going to keep going, and we thank you guys, and be with us in spirit while we shut this shit down. All right.
Bonjour, Gakano. We said hello, everyone.
Bonjour.
I was kind of thrown on the schedule last minute because I didn't know if I wanted to talk or not. I'm a really bad public speaker, so I apologize in advance. But I am the cousin of Philip Quinn and three others who was shot and killed by Minneapolis and St. Paul police. Phil Quinn specifically, he was shot and killed by St. Paul police on September 24th, 2015, right after Gabe's brother. And so when that happened to my cousin, Gabe and Tonya immediately flew up here and they started a protest with us. And we tried to shut shit down, but obviously that didn't work because it happened again. In 2018, St. Paul police murdered Billy Hughes, who was another one of my relatives. So we tried to shut shit down again. And you can clearly see it didn't work because now we're here for George. And all my other brothers who I've lost to the police out here.
Native lives matter.
Native lives matter. They just reminded me I'm one of the organizers for the Native Lives Matter, and I'm one of the adult organizers for the newly formed Native Lives Matter Youth Alliance. Cannot forget that the cops are fucking killing our kids too. Right over here, the first one is 7 years old. I don't know if many of y'all saw that. 7 years old. So we created that youth alliance so we as youth can get out here and we can stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter and everybody else who's out here in this fight for justice. And everybody here, all the white people here, I just want to say, keep showing up. Keep showing up. Do not give up. We were over there today shutting the Capitol down. We had 25 people. We were pushed by 26 Minnesota State troopers. I got a fucking fence shoved on my toe. Show up, support us. There were 7 of us family members there out of the 25 people. And we successfully got our message to the senators. Woo! Before I keep rambling in circles, I'm going to cut it short, but can you just say, Bill Quinn! Bill Quinn! Billy Hughes! Billy Hughes! John Taylor Wright! John Taylor Wright! Terrence Franklin! Terrence Franklin! Thank you.
Alright, y'all, we got a few last things going on, but I feel like this is necessary, and I think y'all know this can. So we're going to do it for every single family member here, and y'all better be loud, because they're here to feel our voices, to hear us and hear our presence. If Philip don't get it,
shut it down.
If Philip don't get it,
shut it down.
If Philip don't get it,
shut it down.
If Paul don't get it,
shut it down.
If Paul don't get it,
shut it down.
If Paul don't get it,
shut it down.
If Kobe don't get it,
shut it down.
If Kobe don't get it,
shut it down.
If Kobe don't get it,
shut it down.
If Isaac don't get it,
shut it down.
If Isaac don't get it,
shut it down.
If Isaac don't get it,
shut it down.
If Antoine don't get it,
shut it down.
If Antoine don't get it,
shut it down.
If Antoine don't get it, shut it down. If Brian don't get it,
shut it down.
If Brian don't get it,
shut it down.
If Brian don't get it,
shut it down.
if Travis don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Travis don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Travis don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Shamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Shamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Shamar don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Justin don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Justin don't get it,
Shut it down.
if Justin don't get it,
Shut it down.
and y'all, you know this last one. If George don't get it,
Shut it down.
if George don't get it,
Shut it down.
if George don't get it,
Shut it down.
Les, thank you. We got one last announcement, and then we're going to be reading marching off everyone's names in this graveyard. So I want y'all to pull up your phones because this is going to be big. This is a big march. This is a big announcement. So Tashira, you can take over, baby.
So we are hosting one of the largest marches in Minnesota's history here, which will be July 12th. It's with takeakneenation.org. We set up a GoFundMe. The families are running this. We are bringing all family members around the country who have lost loved ones by the hands of the police to Minnesota for a weekend workshop of healing and support, and so they can see what the hell we're doing here in Minnesota. So it will be July 12th. We're flying in these families from all over the country. I got Alton Sterling, Corinne Gaines, Breonna Taylor. We got a bunch of families that are ready to come to Minnesota to stand with us in solidarity because the eyes are on Minnesota. So everybody needs to be the change that we want to see here because we are bringing these families here to shut shit down so they can go to their cities and do the same. So July 12th, it's Take a Knee Nation. It's on Facebook. There is GoFundMe as well as the posts all over. They have a website, everything. Please look it up. We are bringing families here from all over the country. We want them to have a weekend free expense paid trip to just come here and feel loved and supported, and so we can all stand in solidarity to make this change nationally. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of an announcement. Also, please no photos, unless you're black. Thank you. So this Sunday, we're going to be gathering at the Capitol at 3 o'clock, and then we can come back here at 6:30 p.m. So we're going to be there for people who just want to share anything on their heart. We're going to have at least 2,500 people. So if more of you guys would like to come, you are more than welcome. We need you. There is strength in numbers. Thank you. So for those of you who may not have heard me, it'll be at the Capitol at 2:30 for the artists. If you want to come and share and speak, but 3 o'clock at the Capitol. But if you would like to speak, just please connect with me, come up to me and talk to me. If you have anything to share, if you want to share any art, any music. But we honestly want to lift up our black voices in the community. So just, I'm going to be here, just say hello. But 3 o'clock at the Capitol this Sunday.
What's your name?
My name is Miracle. Thank you.
All right, y'all, and to wrap this up, we're going to name off everyone's names that's in this graveyard. You're probably going to think it's really long, but that's how messed up this shit is. So let it sink in, okay?
Yo, what up? I'm about to read the worst list ever, but before I start, my name is Lavish. I grew up like 3 blocks away from here. I want to just say shout out to Anna. She's in here somewhere for creating this beautiful space. I'm sure a lot of y'all also grew up over here, and if you didn't, welcome. That being said, this park, I used to avoid it on purpose. I hated this park. Literally on 37th, that's this street right here. I grew up 3 blocks away, so, you know, this is a horrible list that we're about to read, and the list will probably continue on. But thank y'all for coming out, and I appreciate this space becoming something, even though it's a tragedy, we're able to come together and make something beautiful out of it. So we got to keep this power together as long as we can, as strong as we can, like everybody before me has been saying. I don't know who said it, but what'd you say? Not a moment. Say it for me. Hello. It's not a moment, it's a movement. So I'm about to read these names. I'm going to say it, and then y'all go ahead and say it back after me. Y'all going to recognize a couple? Either way, feel the pain in every one of them. We got to do what we can to make this stop. Put it on black and white, put it on paper. Get some laws in place. I'm going to start off. Clifford Glover. Claude Reese. Y'all can hear me all right? All right. Randolph Evans. Yvonne Smallwood. Amadou Diallo. Sean Bell. Oscar Grant. Trayvon Martin. Jordan Davis. Jonathan Farrell. Ayanna Jones. Eric Garner. John Crawford. Mike Brown. Walter Scott. Freddie Gray. Sandra Bland. Corey Jones. Alden Sterling. I'm not even close to halfway, y'all. Philando Castile. Terrence Crutcher. Keith Scott. Jordan Edwards. Stephon Clark. Botham Jean. Tatiana Jefferson. Ahmaud Aubrey. Breonna Taylor. Megan Marie Hockaday. Emantic Fitzgerald Bradford Jr. Corinne Gaines. Jamal Clark. Jeremy McDowell. Laylene Polanco. Malaysia Booker. Betty Jones. Samuel Dubose. Keith Childress. Chantel Davis. Jewel Dexter. Laquan McDonald. Terrence Sterling. Henry Glover. Nigel Johnson. Brandy Coleman. See how many women that is? It's not just men, y'all. James Brissett. Ronald Madison. Christian Taylor. Jamarion Robinson. Kaisha Miller. Willie McCoy. David Felix. Rikia Boyd. Gregory Vaughn. Kwesi Ashun. We got Sean Lee Ford. Tyler Woods. Dontre Hamilton. Eric Harris. Dante Ivey. Philip White. Anthony Hill. David McCarthy. Tarika Wilson. Come on, y'all say their names with me. I'm not even halfway there. Y'all, come on. Y'all see them behind us? Come on. Timothy Russell. Melissa Williams. Ronell Foster. We got Danny Thomas. Dante Parker. Akai Gurley. Matthew, I might mess his last name up, Ajibade. Jordan Baker. William Green. Gregory Hill. Miriam Carey. Gregory Gunn. Jamie Johnson. Julian Dawkins. Marlon Brown. These are just the names here. I'm still going. Yvette Smith. Ernest Satterwhite. Tashi Brown. Brian Williams. Troy Robinson. Brandon Weber. India Kager. Kayla Moore. Tanisha Anderson. Latanya Haggerty. Michelle Kasu. Margaret Mitchell. Natasha McKenna. George Floyd. Ezell Ford. James Brissett. Patterson Brown Jr. William Chapman. Daravis Roger. Don Luis. I'm getting tired, y'all. This list so long. Everybody here is behind us right now. Ashtane Barnes. Chantel Davis. Robert Finalea. Terrence Franklin. Emmett Till. Hardell Sherrill. Kendall Walker. Nakia Moody. Willie McCoy. Antoine Collar. Melvin Fletcher. Marcus Golden. Isaac Aiden. Travis Jordan. Isaac Aiden. Travis Jordan. Kevin Wines. Trayvon Martin. We done did the whole list, y'all. I done kept going through it. I got about 20 left. Y'all ready? Tysel Nelson. Samuel Anderson. Antoine Covington. Mario Benjamin. Tony McDade. Kenneth Dukes. Keo Crockett. Jerome Sr. Timothy Goff. Mark Eric Henderson. Lionel Lewis. Cynthia Clement. Demetrius Sessler. Eric John Benford. Dante Shannon. Tyrese West. Thurman Blevins. Larry Jenkins. Justin Fields. Alvin Cole. Terrence Franklin. Jafort Smith. Kobe Heisler. Justin Teagan. Dante Wright. Marcus Golden. Richard Risher. Michael Wesley. Might mess his last name up. Brian Quinones. Demetrius Hill. That's it. So after hearing all these families' stories, like I just said, my name is Lavish and I grew up on 37th and 4th. You could literally hit a golf ball that close. There was a time when I used to get kicked out of the crib all the time over here. So I was like 15, maybe I was 16, you know, and my dad kicked me out of the crib, so I called my mom, but my mom, she wasn't even close, right? So my mom called the police, bro. So I'm on the phone with my mom, like, no, don't call the police, right? My mom called the police. I guess that's all she could come up with to try to protect me from my father, right? That being said, the police came, and after hearing all these family stories of how maybe a relative called the police to get help, it's just crazy how close it could hit home and how it could happen to anyone. But, you know, like they said, your name could be a hashtag. You know, I get off the phone with my bro, I'm like, be safe, bro, every single time. And we got to make sure we check up on each other at all times. Check up on ladies, walk up to the car, stay with your homie, walk him to his crib, whatever the case may be. But I just remember 15, 16, it was like January 5th. My birthday's January 15th, same as Martin Luther King. And I remember it was so cold. It was 2009. If any of y'all from here, you remember it was like record low cold, negative 60. The cops damn near beat my ass and sided with my dad, who was like extremely belligerently drunk. And you know, just after hearing the family stories, I know it could have happened to me, it could have happened to you, it could have happened to your cousin, your mom, your auntie, your sister, your brother, whoever. So we gotta keep this list smaller, man. We can't be having this every time. We can have a memorial every day. We can go to a funeral every day. That's why we need to bum rush that Capitol. We need to put laws in black and white, and we need to make real legislative change, and we need to get ourselves in those positions to make change. We need to get ourselves in those positions to make change, because they're not going to change the system. The system works perfectly for them. The system isn't flawed. It works perfect, and that's why we're at ends with that system, and we need to make change. Let's hold each other accountable out here, and everybody be safe tonight for sure.
I'm gonna say one more thing, y'all. So I don't know if y'all know about the history. Like you said, she was saying, we got to protect the fathers, protect the men, because the one thing that we the target. And so back in history, what they would do is they would beat the men in front of the moms and the family, because if they beat the men, that takes power from the household. So it makes the man look useless in the house. So what we need to do is continue and lock arms and protect each other, because without a king, there's no queen, and without no queen, there's no king.
Hey, in that order.
Hey, they didn't just beat the men, they used to rape the men in front of their child and wife.
And clip his nuts.
That's the actual story. I just wanted to, you know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to go ahead, bro. But, like, all I'm saying in many words is that, you know what I mean, I'm just getting tired of just keep talking about it, you know what I mean? I'm getting tired, like, every moment I see people just walking like this is not a real cause. Like, everybody going back into their regular lives. You know what I mean? Like I said, I could break down sweat, blood, and tears. I could show you something. This is I'm black and I got a tan. This is sweat, blood, and tears. I done been shot in my leg. I can't even feel my toe no more because they must have hit a nerve. You know what I mean? And they was burning people's cars. The police was burning people's cars. They was slicing people's tires. You know, a lot of us is affected. And the first thing we didn't do is teach these youth, teach the young. You know what I'm saying? Because they had to go and see this stuff. And it's things that I've seen that I can't unsee it. And so we can talk all day, but the power is within ourselves. You know, and at the end of the day, if we can't get through it, we're going to run through it. If we can't get through them, we're going to run through them. That's right. Because one thing that America want to do is, if they can keep slavery and they can keep control, then they can keep the real where it's at. So without slavery and without control, there ain't no power in their end. It's all in our hands.
Yeah, that's right.
Let me ask y'all something. What do y'all want to see happen?
Change.
But what do you want to change? So let me ask y'all something. If we win it, if we get through, what is we fighting for?
Equality.
Unity.
So let me ask y'all something. What we gonna do about the government that's paying? I'm gonna tell you something, and I don't want to talk against my own people, but what do the government always do? They always pay us black people to go against each other. So I'm gonna speak out, and if I walk off this block and I get killed for saying this, then fuck it. I already made my pledge in the shower that I accept death. What the fuck y'all think they doing on that block over there? Why do you think that we got kicked off of that block over there?
Yup.
And I'm with the gang. It's because at the end of the day, they don't want to see change. If they, the crazy thing about it is, learn your history. I said this right here. That's why I cried in front of everybody when I did that 10K march. Because 2 dead men can't make history, but 2 men can make history.
Yeah.
Think about it. Let's break shit down.
Come on. Yeah.
Martin Luther King. Exactly, but listen. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, 2 men made history, died, deceased. Okay? Now Biggie and Tupac made history, but died deceased. Now let's talk about Nipsey and Kobe. Black men die in pairs. So at the end of the day, who sold out Martin Luther King? The government paid Jesse Jackson to set him up in my city. That's why he was down there while Martin Luther King was up there. Okay? So like Dick McGregor said, he knew that Malcolm X was going to die at that play. And so he told him, he said, I can't fly out there. They going to kill you. That's why I cried when I marched, because I knew when I seen him kill George, he put a gun on me and said, move around. Now, if I would have jumped up and walked up like this, what would happen? They would have killed me right there. So 2 niggas can't make history. So all I'm saying is, it's crazy how us black folks will sell each other out over a penny, over a dime, over a bill. Let me tell y'all some shit. They spend trillions of dollars a day. They make it. China don't even want to buy shit from us no more. They don't even want to work with us no more. In a couple months, money ain't gonna matter for shit. So why is we selling each other out? We need to get in their fucking brains. And we need to tell them, you need to change or we gonna change y'all off this motherfucking grid.
In that order.
So the thing about I'm done. I haven't seen my kids since George died. Because I'm afraid, because I've been getting chased by unmarked cars, that they're gonna tap in and they're gonna find out where my kids at. I'm my kid's superhero. I'm y'all kid's superhero right now. Yeah. Because every day I put myself on that front line. Yeah. Because I'm done. I'm done to the blind eyes. I'm wide open. I don't give a fuck what it takes. Yes. We gonna make change this year.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you. Part of me like on Martin Luther King over here. I'm on the right side. I want to be positive. I want to be generous. But fuck that. I'm on Malcolm X side. I want to teach self-defense. And when it comes, sometimes you gotta burn shit down to rebuild it. My enemies. I'm gonna tell you, play Monopoly 5 times in the room by yourself. Sit there and play. And tell me if that motherfucking money turned real. Because that's when we came here. They sold us out. They tore down Black Wall Street because we was positive. We own our own shit. What happened when you play Monopoly or you play poker or you play something with somebody and they start losing? They want to quit. That's what the white man do to us. When we start taking ownership, what they do? They kill us, they burn the shit down, and they say that they use our own people. Like with Nipsey, Shitty Loke. Really? That was the inside government. They killed him because he's uniting bloods. He was gonna go against hell. Same with Kobe. They killed Kobe because Kobe was gonna go against hell.
Come on.
Learn the facts between black and white. At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. I'm speaking the truth. And if it get me killed, then so fucking be it. Because I know the whole city, the whole world, the whole country gonna rise up under my name.
That's right. We up next. We up next.
My name will be right next, right here.
We up next.
And I'm gonna tell you, I feel disappointed because my brother ain't even in his grave site. And they killed him in Richfield. And they covered that shit up. 3 cops smashed. I ain't never told y'all my story. 3 cops, he was in there. His name is Travis. His name is Travis. But he go by Beasley if you know his real name. He was a stand-up guy and he was a good father. Every good father get killed. Because we teach development. That's why they take fathers out the house to stop proper development. That's why they put drugs in our neighborhood. Because what? Us men is good at making money. So they put drugs and guns, and they put liquor stores on every corner. Because if you talk, that's what they did to the natives. They sold them liquor for land.
Yes!
So I tell y'all, when y'all fight this battle, don't fight this battle intoxicated.
Say
because
that.
That's like driving blindfolded. That's like me putting this on my eyes and driving on the highway. What's going to happen? It's going to crash.
That's right. In that order.
That's why the stock market, that's why everything crashing right now. Because at the end of the day, we out here every day, they shut the road down, and that's payback.
Shut this shit down.
Fuck that. Fuck that. You call me a leader organizer. He called me a leader, organizer, terrorist. Well, guess what, motherfucker? I guess I am. You know why? Because I think we should get back into the looting. Fuck you talking about.
In that order.
We came from economics and private slavery. They had us come in this motherfucking building and they buy everything out in every neighborhood and then put these big ass hotels up and say, get the fuck off our block.
Look on Lake Street. Right now, all of Lake Street, right there, Lake in Chicago, all burnt down. That was all Mexican restaurants, all Mexican Robert shoes. If you, who's about to buy it back? Who's about to buy it back and build it? You see a condo across the street. Don't let them build more condos. Let's go buy that. People can go fund me for $1.5 million in a day. We can go buy that back. That's like he brought up Nipsey. I know Nipsey.
Black Wall Street, baby.
They killed Nipsey because he bought the whole Crenshaw, and they couldn't kick him out.
If they can't kick you out, if they can't get you, they're gonna run over you.
So what we gonna do now after what he's saying? We gotta buy it back. You can go get an FHA loan for 3%. It could be $1 million. You only put $30,000 down. It's fucking $100 million in this field right now.
Y'all know what we need to do? Hold on. Y'all know what we want to do? I'm gonna speak some knowledge to y'all. We need to go buy that motherfucking store over there.
That part.
We need to kick that motherfucking ass out the neighborhood. We need to go buy it. That's why we didn't burn that bitch down. We need to buy it cups. If they bought them, we need to buy them out. Fuck that. We need to buy all this over here. Because they can't tell us nothing. And them niggas that starting that shit, get the fuck out my neighborhood.
That's right.
Like I said, you can be Martin nonviolence or you can be Malcolm X and teach self-defense.
Come on.
Either you can reconstruct and build everything up, or you can destruct and tear everything the fuck down. Which one y'all gonna do? Because at the end of the day, I'm fed the fuck up.
That's right.
And it's crazy how like I started GoFund. That shit went $1 million over a day, and then it went $7 million over 7 days of his death. And that bitch at 13 now. But then I get my car smashed, and then I asked for can somebody please help me come up with $2,500 by this Sunday? Everybody, why are you using George's name to try to get some money out of him? Bitch, you got me fucked up. Man, check my resume. Man, I wish we had a slideshow. I'll show y'all everything. I put sweat, blood, tears to this shit.
For real. I ain't protect. No, I'm talking my shit. Because the city listen to me. I had a man tell me my kids believe in you. Come on now. I bleed for this shit. I stand for this shit.
Yeah.
I walked in the rain. I walked through the third point and through the fire. Yeah. So I deserve some motherfucking respect under my name too.
Exactly.
Because everybody said, Tony, you a leader. This is your calling. I wanted to be a rapper. I did shit with Nipsey. I brought people up here, but that was not for me. God said, I got something bigger for you. Just be patient.
Come on, bro.
All you gotta do is show up, and the city gonna show out for you.
That's right.
And that's why everything that happened on Lake Street, I brought that shit there. I brought the heat there. But now I'm learning how to organize and move in silence. That's why I say every day we need to meet here. Turn the fucking cameras off, and let's make it happen.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, real men move in silence. Real nations move in silence. When they come in there, they come in the country, and they snipe them up, and they trying to take over, what they do? They come at nighttime. Yeah. Come on now, let's be smart. I know half y'all passed second grade, right?
Yeah.
So let's be real. All life matters. It's not about human beings too. They fucking animals up, they fucking trees up, they fucking everything up. This world is going to shit. I feel like we all need to take focus and realize and take that in consideration. All lives matter, and it just makes me, it just hit me when they say, yeah, black lives, if black lives don't matter, then all lives don't matter. No, I feel like all lives matter. It's our moment, but you can't trade empathy and sympathy and put them together. Because don't show sympathy because you ain't never walked empathy with us. Because the white always been in control. But guess what? 1898, black people was Republicans. I bet y'all ain't know that shit.
I did.
Come on now, I bet you didn't know the first president was black.
Yeah, sure was.
Come on now, they erased our history and rebuilt it. They did what they did before Malcolm X said. They burnt everything down and they rebuilt it as a white man country. And they said we can't let them. This is our country. This is our country. We can't let them. We can't allow them to take over this. This is a white man country. That's why they mad because white and black and everybody uniting with each other now. Now we in our third civil right with every race now. So let's fuck that. Let's tear this bitch down and
right. All right, y'all. So I want you to just take a moment. We have a list of indigenous folks who have also been slain by the cops. This is Tonya.
Hello. I'm one of the organizers for Native Life Matter. We've been out here every single day since George passed. It's kind of hard to fight for a spot on the agenda all the time when you're on indigenous stolen land. Okay? We are the first people of this land, and we are the first to be forgotten.
Exactly.
I don't want to fight to be on the agendas anymore. That's for real, guys. Minnesota is Dakota and Anishinaabe land. And it needs to be acknowledged.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm getting pretty angry about it. I shouldn't have to fight or ask to speak. This is our land. It needs to be acknowledged. When we come to these events and we hear all of our brothers and sisters' names, we're the first to be forgotten.
Yeah.
So I'm going to read some names today that you guys have forgotten. If you guys need to be educated about indigenous issues, please don't come and be scared to talk to us. We're here to educate. We're here to help. I always talk with a stern voice because I need to be heard.
Yeah.
Tell us.
So here's some names that you guys have forgotten. John Fairbanks Sr.
John Fairbanks Sr.
Clarence, leading fighter.
Clarence, leading fighter.
Cody Air.
Cody Air.
Bodie Wilson.
Bodie Wilson.
Vernon May.
Vernon May.
Tony May.
Tony May.
Adrian Eagle Elk.
Adrian Eagle Elk.
Jonathan Tubby.
Jonathan Tubby.
Say his name, Jonathan Tubby.
Jonathan Tubby.
Travis Jordan.
Travis Jordan.
Raymond Ekret.
Raymond Ekret.
Pakelo Sanchez Manua.
Pakelo Sanchez Manua. refuse.
Paul Castaway.
Paul Castaway.
Say his name, Paul Castaway.
Paul Castaway.
D. Pitkevit.
D. Pitkevit.
Henry James Hunter.
Henry James Hunter.
Jamie Lee Braveheart.
Jamie Lee Braveheart.
Jason Perro.
Jason Perro.
Kyler Grabbing Bear.
Kyler Grabbing Bear.
Say his name,
Say his
Kyler
name.
Grabbing Bear.
Kyler Grabbing Bear.
J. Scott Widmark.
J. Scott Widmark.
J. Scott Widmark.
J. Scott Widmark.
Adam Porbear.
Adam Porbear.
Gabriel Sage Barnes.
Gabriel Sage Barnes.
AJ Long Soldier.
AJ Long Soldier.
Buddy Lamont.
Buddy Lamont.
Buddy Lamont.
Buddy Lamont.
Christina Tahama.
Christina Tahama.
Ivan Dragswolf.
Ivan Dragswolf.
Stone Child Chief Stick.
Stone Child Chief Stick.
Mauricio Barone.
Mauricio Barone.
Mauricio Barone.
Mauricio Barone.
Preston Bell.
Preston Bell.
Sarah Lee Circlebear.
Sarah Lee Circlebear.
Sarah Lee Circlebear.
Sarah Lee Circlebear.
Reno Renville.
Reno Renville.
Reno Renville.
Reno Renville.
Rexdale Henry.
Rexdale Henry.
Sergio Weck.
Sergio Weck.
Adam Steele.
Adam Steele.
Neil Stonechild.
Neil Stonechild.
Anthony Nunez.
Anthony Nunez.
Anthony Nunez.
Anthony Nunez.
Timmy Henley.
Timmy Henley.
And I want to say this one last because the same officer that killed George Floyd killed one of our relatives too.
Yep.
Two of them actually. His name is Wayne Reyes.
Wayne Reyes.
Wayne Reyes.
Wayne Reyes.
And also they kill our women too. We want to say Chantel Moore.
Chantel Moore.
Chantel Moore.
Chantel Moore.
So next time, when you guys have these events,
Say their name.
you guys need to really invite the indigenous community. We don't want our people forgotten.
Nobody.
This is what our group does. We make sure that our people aren't forgotten. We make sure our children aren't forgotten. And our women, who we lose through the man camps, our missing and murdered indigenous relatives.
That's right.
You guys need to get educated on these people.
Yeah.
Like my sister Sumaya said, we walk among you. We're here.
Yeah.
You are on our stolen land. Acknowledge us.
That's right. Exactly.
We don't want you to come and kiss our feet. Say hello to us. Look at us. You are looking at centuries of genocide.
Come on.
Yeah.
We're
And
still here.
That's one thing.
And we're still here.
Hey.
That's one thing that people seem to confuse. This isn't a genocide. Who had the more genocide upon their people? That's not what we're here for. We're here because our brothers and sisters are getting hurt too.
That's right.
Every day, daily. Our people get killed by BIA cops who are there to protect us on our little reservations that the white people put us on a long time ago.
Yeah.
And now they're coming back for that land too.
Yes.
So please don't forget our brothers and sisters.
Honor the treaty.
We stand with you, natives. Yes.
We're in this together.
Yeah.
Remember that. We're in this together.
Yes. United we go.
So our names need to be up here too.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping the people that are in charge of that make sure that that happens for us. You have indigenous families here who come every single time. Every single time.
Been here
But you
every
don't
day.
see us because we're in the back. We're humble.
I'm not humble. You will remember their name. I will drill them in your head. Remember us. Respect us. Take care of us. If something were to happen and we go back to the old ways of living, you would come straight to us. Come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
Keep on. It's true.
Yes.
You guys live on occupied land. You guys need to remember that. Take care of it, and it'll take care of you.
Yeah.
Take care of one another, and we'll take care of you too.
Yes.
So thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on. Hey, I just want to make a quick announcement for you guys. I need your guys' help. See if you guys can join in with me. My wife that just spoke, her name is Tonya, and today's her birthday. So if you guys can help me out with
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tonya. Happy birthday to you.
This is what our family looks like. I've lost many family members to the bullshit because, yes, have white relatives, and I lost family to that shit because they don't fucking get that when Dantelo was killed, when Philip was killed, when Billy was killed, that shit affected them too. And everybody standing right here behind me has adopted me in as their family. I have new brothers and sisters that I'm thankful for. And I invite all of you guys into our family. Keep coming out. I love you guys. We love you guys. We got your back.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna do one last chant, and feel free to take all y'all candles, place them wherever you want to. Maintain peace. Remember those names. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Louder.
George Floyd.
Louder.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Say his name.
George Floyd.
Bless. Love y'all. Ain't no power like the power of the people, because the power of the people don't stop. Ain't no power like the people, because the power of the people don't stop.